What do you have to say to the fans? What do you have to say for yourself? Is that all? Just bark? Just barkies? Huh? Eddie, what do you think? You have anything to add? Nothing to add? Okay, let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Let's start the show.
Aww, little Roxy.
Yeah, I love that little clip.
Oh, little Roxy.
Little Roxy. Of course, we have little Eddie down there being an Eddie doggy. He's sort of settling in for the night. So we can do our show.
Can we do our show?
Can we do our show?
Can we do our
I guess. Yeah.
show?
What, you trying to not have your foot in the way?
Nobody wants to see my foot.
Nobody wants to see your foot? All right.
Oh, there's 44 people in the house. Good evening. It's Saturday night, and it's time for Conky's Flippin' Adventures.
Here we are.
Do you have any Flippin' Adventures?
Well, I had some this week.
Did you now?
Yeah,
you had some Flippin' Adventures?
We had fun this week.
What did we do this
I don't know if anybody wants to hear, but I went to court.
You went to court?
I went to federal court
Federal
Thursday.
court?
Yep.
What the hell did you do to get to federal court?
I went to federal court on Thursday morning and claimed victory. I went down there because, and I know you guys heard, if you watched AA, you heard a little bit of this. I'm going to tell you the rest of the story now. I didn't tell it all on AA.
Gonna tell it all.
So Wednesday night, I left for Cincinnati, and there was a trailer in Columbus, actually Dublin, which is just northeast of Columbus, that I wanted to look at on the way down there. And I'd had my eye on this trailer for like over a month. It was one of the first ones I saw when mine broke, but I didn't want to just run down there and get it. And they were asking quite a bit of money for it, which is probably why they hadn't sold it yet. So I knew I was going to have to go to I knew I wanted to go to the federal court building for a hearing they were having on Thursday morning. So I messaged the seller, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and said, well, no, it would have been like Monday or Tuesday. And I said I'd be down there. So I stopped on the way down and I looked at it. It came with a bunch of extras. It came with a lock that kind of clamps the wheel, like one of those boot locks. It came with a really nice.
Federal court doesn't do traffic court.
No, they don't.
So why are you talking about a boot clamp?
Well, I don't know. It's because it came with the trailer.
Oh, the trailer.
I'm trying to tell them.
I'm getting confused.
Trying to tell them what I got for my money.
Okay.
And I got this really fancy thing that you can wheel the trailer around on without having to like lift it up and hurt your back. So that'll probably come in handy at some point. And I told them how much I'd give them for it. Well, I asked them if they would take $3,200.
A little bit of negotiating.
Yeah, they were asking $35,000, so they took my offer. And I said, okay, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't want to drag this thing all the way to Cincinnati with me, and have to, because I had to park on a parking deck down there and everything. So I drove to like 20 miles north of Cincinnati and got a really nice hotel room and hung out there for the night. And then I went, got up in the morning, I went, parked the car, and I sat in the federal courtroom for probably a good half hour, 40 minutes before anybody showed up. I was the only person in the courtroom. Mm-hmm. Then people started filing in, and it got to the point where it was about 75% full. And they were supposed to call the case at 9:00, but there were like a bunch of cases in there, so it was a little like traffic court in that sense.
Okay.
So they didn't call the case I was interested in until about 9:30, like 9:35. And I was interested in a case that was being, it was a Tennessee case. And an auction company had employed a couple people to take pictures and write descriptions for online auctions. And the state of Tennessee found out they didn't have an auctioneer's license. They were working for a licensed auctioneer, but they didn't have a license. So therefore, according to the Tennessee state law, they weren't allowed to take pictures and write descriptions for the auction. The auctioneer had to do that. So this had fought back and forth over years and years and years, and finally wound up in a federal court on a First Amendment issue. It was being appealed to the Sixth Circuit, and I went down there because whatever happened there was going to affect Ohio law as well, because Ohio is in the same circuit. And what they were going for was they were trying to ban the auctioneers law altogether because it interferes with the First Amendment. And it didn't go well for the appellant, so it didn't go well for trying to ban the law, I guess is the most plain way to see that. But it was an experience, to say the least, because I'd always wanted to sit in on they call it oral arguments, which is where they go and they actually verbally tell their side of the story. Each side gets 15 minutes to tell their side of the story. And what was interesting to me was, I'd always kind of had the feeling that you could get a feel for how it was going to go based on the questions the judges asked, their demeanor, things like that. And I got that almost immediately. Like within the first minute, I knew how it was going to go. But I guess I'd always wanted to sit in on something like that. And since this case interested me so much, I made it this one. So that's why I took the almost 4-hour drive to Cincinnati to sit in on that. But it's another thing I kind of thought amazing was, there were a couple of attorneys on each side. One was actually doing the arguing for each side. And after it was all said and done, they all walk out of the courtroom. They're all, hey, yeah, I remember you from this, and they talk like they're buddies and everything. So I'd seen that before, but that's always interesting. Ooh, Rick's Cowboys sent a $2 super sticker of some sort. Thank you, Rick. He says he's sorry he missed the whatnot. Yeah, that was last night.
That's okay. There'll be another one Friday.
Yeah, because this upcoming Friday, there'll be another one.
There'll be another one.
And we will have more diecast and fun things. But anyway, back to
your story.
Back to my story. So you saw the thumbnail. Conky went to court and claims victory. I had been looking for a trailer for a good long time, and I got sick and tired of, this is all through Facebook Marketplace, and I'd gotten kind of sick and tired of, I'll get back to the auctioneer stuff here in a minute. I'd kind of gotten sick and tired of several times somebody would list a trailer and it'd be local around here somewhere, closer than Columbus, and like one the other day, they listed it, and within like 20 minutes of them listing it, I messaged the guy and say, hey, I can come right now. I can get my car and drive right to you. You're 20 minutes away. You're half hour or whatever you are. So I can be there in a half hour. He says, no, I'm just leaving for work. Okay, I can come this evening, whenever. You just name the time. Well, I got something going on this evening. He says, you can come tomorrow. So the next day rolls around. I'm getting ready to message him and ask him, directions and, the address where I'm going to meet him for the trailer. And he had already marked it sold. So I just got sick of because that had happened more than once. And so when I said I claimed victory, the trailer is actually made by Interstate, and its model is Victory. So you can see, I've got the picture up on the other screen there.
They can't
it says
see it.
Victory. Well, I guess I can
can't see it.
It was in the thumbnail. But if you guys want to see the trailer, I guess I can show the trailer.
Yeah, they do.
Share screen.
I didn't.
Window.
Yeah.
There it is. You see where it says Victory on the back there? It's an Interstate Victory trailer. So that's my trailer.
That's your victory.
It's actually.
It is kind of a victory.
Yeah, it's only 3 years old. And what I discovered when I was looking for new trailers, because at one point I was so sick of trying to find one on Facebook Marketplace. You got to understand, I hate to be another person that gets on YouTube and say my time is valuable, but it is. I was spending way too much time looking for a trailer. So I would get sick of looking for a used one, and I actually went and looked at a new one. And what I found out was now the trailer that I paid $3,200 for, I could have bought brand new for, hey man, Dan, I could have bought that trailer brand new for like $3,600. right now. I could have just gone up the street and bought it. And I would have, but
Thank you, Marydale.
thank you, Marydale. I got to pick that up.
Thank you very much.
And I would have, but when you buy a brand new anything, especially a trailer, they treat it like it's a carport. So you got documentation fees, certificate of origin fees, which is like a title fee, sales tax, all this bull,
They know
bull-ish.
all this nonsense.
So that $3,600 trailer would have wound up costing me close to $4,500.
Yeah.
You go buy one on Facebook Marketplace, you hand them the cash, you slap your plate on it, they hand you the certificate of origin and the proof that they own it, and you hitch it up to your car and you drive away.
Right, and
that's all you got to do.
You got some goodies with it on top, like.
And I got the goodies with it that I told you
So
about.
it was a good victory.
It was a good victory.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great victory.
Yes, it was.
So there's that.
Now back to the
case
itself.
The case itself. So I don't think any change is going to come based on what I saw Thursday morning. But the good news is, and I'll approach it from this angle. That $10,000 limit that the state of Ohio puts on resellers like us,
mm-hmm.
No, that's not going to fly. Let me put it to you this way. And you guys can type, you know what? I want you to participate in this. Type in the chat, in an auction, who sets the price of what's being auctioned off? Can someone please watch the dog so Conky can come and stay at the toy? Yeah, we can't do the toy show because Eddie would have had to stay. In an auction, who sets the price that something sells for? Is it the seller or is it the buyer? Somebody tell me, is it the seller or is it the bidder? Who sets the price? Don't be afraid to shout it out when you know it. Type it in the chat. Who sets the price? The buyer. Thank you. It's the buyer. What the state of Ohio did when they made the auction law was they said it is a felony to sell more than $10,000 worth of goods or auction things on your site. Now, there's something in the law, and it reminds me of a funny scene in a movie called See No Evil, Hear No Evil, where Gene Wilder was deaf and Richard Pryor was blind. But there was a scene where Gene Wilder, they supposedly killed somebody, and somebody comes in and they say we have what's called, he has mensrea. And
not diarrhea.
And Gene Wilder says, "We have mensrea," and he starts freaking out. Well, what mensrea is intent to commit a crime, and then there's something else. I forget what the legal term is, but there's something if you commit a crime, there's intent, and then there's an actual action. If you're going to commit a felony, like if you're doing breaking and entering, you actually have to break in and enter.
Yeah.
Now let's go back to my original question. If the buyer sets the price, how can it be a felony for the seller to sell over $10,000? Let me throw a scenario at you here. I'm at zero. It's January 1st. I put this on eBay. I don't know what it's going to sell for, but according to Ohio law, if it sells for $9,000 or $9 or $100, I'm not a felon. But if somebody else bids $10,001, I'm a felon. I just committed a secondary felony. That's always been my problem with that.
Well, if it's $11,000,
I'm still a felon. Now, that is not enforceable. There's no way. I mean, Deuce, that Deuce, the guy with the big nose, he could defend against that. And you know what a moron he is, okay? There's no way the state of Ohio can enforce that law. And they have, in fact, taken it out. It's as of the 9th of April, but it's, make no mistake, it has no teeth. It has no teeth. It can't be enforced no matter what you do. I could have sold $40,000 worth of stuff. They're not coming after me. They can't. They don't have a leg to stand on.
Well, they did also adjust the law too that you can sell as much as you want.
That's what it is.
But they want you to do it on a site.
Well, it's a site that provides a money back guarantee, like eBay
Yeah, it protects the lot.
whatnot.
Yeah.
So we're in the clear because all we sell is on eBay and whatnot anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But no YouTube.
Well,
no YouTube because
okay, here's the thing about YouTube.
Okay, what about YouTube?
If you do a pop-up, if it is not at a predetermined time, then it is not by the state of Ohio's definition an auction. The state of Ohio defines an auction as, and I'll read it word for word, auction means a method of sale of real or personal property, goods, or chattels at a predetermined date and time. Any law that they make that has the word auction in it has to refer to this definition. If it is not at a predetermined date and time, I can call it an auction. I can call it a Conky Fest. You can call it an auction. The world can call it an auction. But by law, the state of Ohio has to revert to their own definition, which means it has to be at a predetermined date and time. So if I was just sitting here and I said, hey, who will give me $1 for this, or $2 or $3 or whatever, and started an auction, it wasn't at a predetermined date and time.
So you mean if we just come down here some
night? We just come down here one day and just start an auction?
Like, let's say if we started the show now.
And just did an auction? It's not a predetermined date and time.
It's not?
Nope. You got to auction something off?
I'll be back.
Oh, she went somewhere. So, and it's not even a loophole. There's no such thing as a loophole. People use the word loophole when they don't understand the law. There are no loopholes. I'll put it that way. So really, none of that really affects us. Edward says, that's the government for you. Yeah, it's not. They really didn't know what they were doing. That law was written by an auctioneer, not to, and I'm not talking about the original. I'm talking about this new thing that came up with a couple of years ago. It was written by an auctioneer to protect his own salary. That's all it was. And you can see the blatant protectionism in the law, and like I said, that's not going to be there anymore. So that's what I meant when I said claim victory. The trailer was just sort of a fun little side note. We are victorious. The auction law doesn't affect us anymore. It has no teeth. And Eddie just went upstairs. See, that's what he does. He comes down here and he sits with me. But if I get up and walk away, or Noreen gets up and walks away, he wants to like position himself between the two of us. I don't know where she went. I have no idea where she went. But we had a decent whatnot sale last night, so she's going to be busy packing that up for the next. What is that? Do you mean to want to sell that? I don't know what she's doing. She just came down with a box of bunnies.
Hold that one.
I'm holding a bunny. This is a bunny, I guess. Well, since Eddie's not down there, I'll just
go full size.
I can't see to go full size. There we go. Now we're full size.
Now we're full size.
Are you going to try to sell these bunnies?
Yeah, hold on a second. Okay.
This one's always standing. Oh, it's got a. They look like they're standing on one leg. They got like a hop thing.
Hold on.
Where are you going?
I'll be right back. Keep
Oh
talking.
my God. Susan says, I just want to let you know I received my other keychain. Thanks. So in case you guys don't know, I've got the keychains on our Whatnot page for the restoration things I did. And I'm trying to finish up the third restoration. It's still going slow. What are you doing? Oh, she's got a...
Okay.
So what are you trying to do?
Her ears actually can go up, but to ship them together. Okay. Okay, we have two bunnies here.
Two bunnies.
Definitely for Easter.
Here's the thing you're supposed to be
A
done.
little bit more because of the hat.
Yeah.
So why don't we hold them up?
So are you
And
trying to sell these bunnies?
You get the pair. You get the pair. Okay. Show the face a little bit more.
I guess we're gonna have a Conkfest too.
So if anybody is interested in this pair of bunnies, the shipping's around £7. So if anybody's interested in the pair of bunnies, I would like to start the bidding at $30. And it'll include shipping.
Do we have $30 shipping included for the bunnies? Does anybody want to bid 30? Anybody bid 30? About 30. We're looking for $30.
They're Anna Lee.
Anna Lee, are these out of the hoarder, lady?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. How are they not in like 20 bags?
They're out.
They're out.
I was getting ready to put these on eBay. If anybody's interested.
Pamela Lynn says 30, then Barb T says 30.
All right. How about 35?
All right, 30 looking for 35. We got Pamela Lynn in at 30, need 35 to keep her going. Nope. Pamela, you were in at 30.
We got to go to 35.
30 looking for 35. I believe Pamela was first at 30. We need 35 to keep it going. Anybody want to go 35 on the bunnies? 35 on the bunnies. This is not an auction according to the Ohio definition of auction. We're calling it a Conkfest. We're having a Conkfest. Bob T is in at 35.
Yeah, you can see the original tag on here. It was 57 a piece.
Pamela Lynn's back at 40.
Yeah.
You're going to get a deal.
These are going to go out. You'll have them right in time for Easter.
You're going to get a deal. We're at 40, need 45.
Okay, there is
on the bunnies. Face says, welcome. Hope you're feeling okay.
Okay, we're holding at 40 with Pamela Lynn. Is anybody interested in 45?
Edward doesn't want his dog to chew them up.
No.
So 40 looking for 45. Barb T's at 45, looking for 50.
Looking for 50.
On the bunnies.
Shipping
that's me turning the bunny like that. Shipping included.
Pamela's is at 50.
Pamela's at 50. On the bunnies, looking for 55. Going by 5. On the bunnies. Bunny. Barb T's out. We got Pamela in at 50. Does anybody else want in at 55?
55.
Looking for 55 on the bunnies. We got it going. I'm going to type in the one for once. And it should go up there. Okay, we're looking for 55 on the bunnies. We're going to close these fast. I got to spend a lot of time looking for twice. And the next thing I'm going to type in is sold. Anybody want to go?
55.
55. And we sold it for 55. Thank you, Pamela.
All right, Pamela. I will probably be shipping these UPS.
Now, regardless of what that looked like, according to the state of Ohio's definition of auction, that was not an auction. It was not at a predetermined place in time.
No, I didn't even know I was doing it 5 minutes ago.
Somebody want to come and arrest me for that? I'm going to make your life miserable. All right. Sold to Pamela Lynn.
All right, watch it. Pam, just send me an email.
Yeah, she's got her email.
Yeah, she's got it. And I will get those out this week, so you will have it in time.
Oh, you know what? Eddie's back down there.
Is he back down there?
Okay. There we go.
I'll just adjust the camera.
There
we go. It's not fun unless you can see him all the way. There you go.
Are you all right there?
There you go. You want to see him. Thank you, Pamela. Woo-hoo. Oh.
So that was fun.
That was fun. Saves me from having to put them onto eBay.
Well,
because that was going to be a lot of work. They probably was.
You see how much easier that was?
It was. So maybe once in a while, maybe I'll bring a few items down here.
Yeah, we might.
Don't know if I'm
not at a predetermined place and time though.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know what we're doing.
We don't know.
Just like that.
That was a Ren and Stimpy line. We don't know.
We don't know.
Said just like
$5.
He ate the $5.
Congratulations. Thank you, ladies. Really appreciate that.
You were talking into your can and I heard an echo.
They probably heard me.
Did you hear the echo when she was talking into her can?
So who knows? If I come across something, I might.
Maybe not.
Maybe
like
not.
Said,
Just depends.
You're never going to know.
You're never going to
because it's not a predetermined place and time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to be so fun about it.
Right.
That means you all have to tune in, and we may do a Conkfest or we may not.
Conkfest. That's what we'll call Conkfest.
Conkfest, yeah. I don't want to confuse anybody and call it an auction when, according to the legal definition, it is not an auction. Mm-hmm. So, we're almost at guess the bread time.
Guess the bread time.
Yeah. Now normally about
Joanne
this
usually reminds us.
Yeah. Normally about this. Oh, and Yeah, Lenny's not here tonight. He's on a camping trip with his family, or it might just be his daughter.
Barb, were you telling us? Tamara, you telling she wants to send these to Barb? Just confirm that in your email what you want me to do.
No, I think she.
Oh, mine too.
Mine
okay,
too, yeah.
Okay, mine too, Barb. Okay.
No, Pamela Lynn wanted to.
All right. Okay. Well, I just wanted to be sure. I think I got it now. I think she meant TOO.
Yeah, Pamela says mine too, Barb. I was not going over 50,
Okay.
but she.
All right. Thank you guys.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much. You gave me some time back. Thank you.
Yeah, you gave her the time that she would have taken to list those on.
That would have.
eBay.
Yeah, that would have taken me some time.
Well, we were starting to get guesses on the bread.
Alrighty.
We got one sandwich left for each of you. A half loaf, 4 slice gone. Full loaf. What was it last week? Last week it was 2 slices gone.
I don't know. I can't keep track of your bread.
I can't keep track of my bread.
Well, you keep track of your bread. If you look, you go, oh, no bread. Why fix bread?
The only thing I pay attention to is it there and is it green? If it's not green and it is there, I'm good.
Until you get down to the heels. And then when you get down to the heels, then you look at me.
Then I need more bread. Yeah.
And then I have to adjust my schedule to put bread in the schedule.
Pamela says heel left.
Oh, he's just curled up in the corner.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna go to sleep down there. He's sleeping. Quarter loaf left. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to bring out the bread. So I can do this without.
Don't knock the wiring.
I don't want to knock the wiring. If I knock the wiring, all of a sudden you won't be able to hear me because I had to lift it over the wire for the microphone. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And I pulled that wire out before, while messing around with it, and all of a sudden it sounds like nobody can hear words. All right. So who said? Somebody got it right. I thought. Yeah. Barb T got it right. 2 slices gone.
2 slices gone.
Yep, 2 slices gone because the clothespin on
that
there.
That was baked yesterday.
Yeah, that was my toast this morning. So I sliced 2 slices off it and ate it. So there's 2 slices gone.
Yes.
Boy, he's just sleeping down there in the.
We wore him out.
Yeah.
He's been sleepy all day. You know what I think it is?
What?
It's this weather, guys. I mean, you have 5-6 days where it's in the 50s, 60s, might touch 70s, sunny. And then, literally the last day of winter, it was like 70 degrees here. 70 degrees on the last day of winter.
It was nice. The
first day of spring felt like winter. It was in the 40s, that cold, gray, And I think that interferes with the body because the body is thinking, oh, it's warm. It's time to, get a lot of this fat out of the blood. So, thin out the blood a little bit. So your body starts doing that.
Does it really act that fast though?
It starts to.
Okay.
And then boom, it's right back to cold. And then the body's like, whoa. Because I've been dragging all day myself.
So this week they were supposed to come out and drop a dumpster in the front yard for the roof, the demolition of what they got to do to our roof. I haven't seen a dumpster yet.
Yeah, because the weather can't, make up its mind.
Well, when I talked to him last week, he said next week, which was this week, looks pretty good. So we're going to get a dumpster out there and start. But then, like I said, no dumpster. So, and it's I guess better that way. I didn't want them here working while I was out of town anyway. I wanted to be here when they were doing their thing.
Yeah, and I have to confess, for about 7 days, 6 of those days I was, in and out myself, helping my stepmom out, and I wasn't going to be home either.
Yeah.
So
now they could have been here without us home. They don't need access to inside the house or even to the backyard for doing what they have to do.
It just had to deal with Eddie.
Eddie barking. I don't know how we're going to deal with that when they're here. He's going to be barking his ass off the whole time. We're going to have to figure that out. And if they do need access to the backyard for any reason, I want to make sure that they close the gate before
I probably should clean it up a little bit. I haven't been able to do that because, Thursday the 13th, Friday the 14th, Saturday the 15th, Monday the 17th, Tuesday the 16th, no, 18th, And then Wednesday the 19th, every day I had to pick up my stepmom to help her do something. So, you know, that, and it had to be, it was an important thing she had to do.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind doing it, but I mean, a couple of times I had to go all the way up to Cleveland. So yeah. So it was pretty crazy. A lot of driving. I'm not really used to doing a lot of driving like that. And it took a toll on me a little bit.
Yeah, no, you called me after I left for my trip and says my car's making a ticking noise. Like, is there a bomb on it? You know what?
You know what? I meant to
Cut the
tell
red
you.
wire.
I meant to tell you that
it died.
no, it looks like it has something to do with the air conditioning, because that was that Wednesday, and it was getting really warm in the car, and I kind of cranked the air conditioner on, and it was doing a tick 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 tick. So
I don't know,
because it wasn't.
I guess I'll have to when it finally gets warm outside again, and I can turn the air conditioner back on in the car. We'll figure out.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, it was Monday on Wednesday, the last day of winter, and then the next day was back down in the 40s, and
yeah, then we didn't need the air conditioner.
Really, and it's like overnight we're gonna get down to 26.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the last I looked. I could look. Yeah, so I mean, this morning the winds were nasty. It was raining a little bit here and there. It was just another gray, wintry, gross kind of day.
I don't want those anymore.
And it is hard because, you know, in the morning you're cold, and then in the afternoon you're hot, and then you're adjusting your body temperature, and it's just ugh.
So we've got this heater down here that heats the basement.
And it's nice down here.
Oh, it's really nice down here. In fact, when it's cold outside, it gets nice down here, and I go upstairs and I feel cold. Because it's probably in the 70s down here.
It's probably the 70s. It's in the 60s upstairs.
The rest of the house we keep it like 68 or whatever we set the furnace to. But what sucks is when it starts to get like really cold at night and really warm during the day, and I'll forget to turn the heater down in the morning. I'll come down here in the afternoon. It's like, I can't even breathe. It's like 90 degrees. I know.
When I come down here to do the shipping and stuff, I have to go over and crank it down because I'm sweating. And then I go back upstairs and get the chill.
And then we forget to turn it back up, and it gets night, and I come down here in the morning and it's freezing.
Insane.
So I should put a thermostat on. I can make a thermostat to put on the thing. I haven't done it yet.
I actually found a timer thing.
You can call me lazy for now.
You're not lazy. You've just been so busy. And luckily you found a trailer. So that's one thing you can check off your list.
I was spending so much time trying to find a trailer. And I don't even know why. I mean, it got to the point where.
Because you want a trailer. I mean, the nice weather's coming up here. I mean, it was unfortunately due to our schedules, we could not attend that auction that's near us, believe it or not. In fact, it's near where my stepmom lives, actually. But
oh yeah, the one.
Yeah, everybody was there. I mean, I
saw
Rob was there, Roy and his wife Lisa were there. The usual gang of suspects was there,
but we didn't have a trailer yet, for one thing.
No, and we had.
Now I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually bought. It's a 20-foot shipping container, and I'm trying to buy some 40-footers. But I actually have a 20-foot shipping container. It's out at my buddy's. You know, you can't. You imagine our neighbors freaking out bringing that home. But it's out at my buddy's. He's got a like an industrial yard not far from here, so it's out there. So we actually have the room, and then we have a trailer. We could actually go out and buy like a 5x5 or maybe even a 5x10.
We contemplated going up to an auction in
It was in Pennsylvania, wasn't it?
Not Pennsylvania. It was up off of I-4. I forget what community it was in. That, you know, Rob was going to be there. But
that one. Yeah, that wasn't a sword unit auction.
That was an estate sale.
That was an estate sale.
Yeah, and it was just so windy this morning, and it was going to be those deals where you're going to have to be outside.
Oh yeah, we'd have been standing outside in this wind.
No, and we weren't feeling all that great this morning.
I don't mind a warm breeze, but a cold wind.
No. Yeah, with the sprinkling of rain here and there. Like that. You know, we both really were not feeling that great this morning. Anyways, we know, like I said, we've been running around like idiots for the past 2 weeks. I know I have been, and I am so behind on things right now, and I got to get some things done.
Well, you don't have to do it right now because we're doing our show.
I know, we're just, but we all know what we're talking about, getting on the eBay and getting stuff on there and all that.
Have you listed anything on eBay this week?
Not yet. I did work on answering some customer questions today.
Oh.
And in essence, I kind of relisted something, so that could count as a re-ad or an ad because it's a whole, I had to slightly adjust the.
Well, it sounds like a lot of work.
You know, it was nice because it's been a real while since I've done any eBay listings. I've been so busy with whatnot. So.
Well, you guys notice we went from 60 lots to 30 lots on Whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably going to keep it there for a while anyway.
Yeah, because we're now getting down to the nitty gritty of what we got left here, and plus, there's some stuff. It just you're trying to do a balance between both options, and I know for me personally, physically for me, it's a lot easier to do 30 than 60 with my bad back because I do all the
because she does all the shipping.
I do all the shipping.
I do very little. All I do is I'll pull some items for the auction,
mm-hmm.
and I'll when she gets it all done, I'll take it from down here and put it up in the car. And if mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll actually drive it to the post office and mm-hmm. unload it on the thing. But that's like nothing compared to all the work that goes into
right, because you're busy with the day job, and this is what I'm doing to help bring income into the house. Is I do all of the reselling. But he does have says and things. I mean, but I do the basic physical work. And it's just me. I'm down here in the basement. And it is a lot easier for me physically to just do 30 lots.
Yeah. Now, when it gets maybe in what we call the fourth quarter, which is mm-hmm. when things pick up a little bit, we might do more. And I still might do. I still want to do like an all die cast lot or an all die cast auction.
Right.
But I don't know when I would do it. How many lots I would put on, and then
we're looking at fourth quarter because basically second and third quarter you're going to be very busy finishing getting that.
I'm still going to try to build the building.
The building's got to get done. It's got to get done.
God, it's the end of March already, and I haven't done anything.
Well, the weather sucks.
Yeah, there's that too.
The weather sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have the ground soft enough and everything, and temperature's probably got you putting cement, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you can do cement anything over 40 degrees. I think you can do cement.
Well, right now you need some consistency in that.
Well,
you need consistency.
I mean, what we need to do now is dig the footer, and I don't have the equipment lined up to do that yet.
I know, and you got to start to because it is. I mean, because Thursday is a big day around here.
Thursday is a big day.
Thursday's a big day. You know
why?
What
are you doing Thursday? Oh, no.
Happy birthday to Conky. Happy birthday to Conky. Happy birthday, dear Conky.
What the hell was that?
I got my hand.
Oh.
Happy birthday to Conky.
So I guess Thursday's my birthday.
What do you want to do on your birthday?
What
do you want to
do? Well, I have to work that day.
Well, yeah.
I've got work lined up, so I can just take my birthday off.
What are you going to do after? After your day's done.
We've got AA that day
mm-hmm.
on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't mind going out and getting my dinner that I like.
Your steak dinner? I guess we could do that as long as you're home at a decent hour.
I just have to be home by...
I would be home by 4 because they'll take...
Oh, by 4 from work. Yeah, I should be home by 4.
Yeah, and we'll go get you your steak and you can enjoy your birthday.
I like how Pamela says, happy birthday, Conky, and she spelled it K-E-Y, and then... No, that's my Whatnot name.
Whatnot name has the T at the end of it.
Yeah, because I can't, for some reason, they won't let me have my actual...
It was such a victory to actually finally be able to do an auction on Whatnot that we just let it be.
Yeah.
We just let it be.
Yeah, just let it go. Just
we'll just move forward, and there we go.
So yeah, I think I might opt for my steak.
He loves his steak. We went on my birthday and he got the steak. So we're gonna go to his birthday.
Maybe when we go on my birthday, you won't steal my food off my plate.
I mean grab the fries.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad thing I did.
Well, it was your birthday, so I didn't say anything.
Oh, but it says it's going to be.
But on my birthday, I don't want you stealing my food. You eat your own food.
All right. He does, guys. I should take a picture of him eating this food and show it to you next time if I remember. But he does. He gets this little look on his face of pure nirvana as he's eating the steak.
It's a really good steak.
He's just like, I don't know. You're off somewhere. You're just, you know.
Pimple says, sorry. No, you're not.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be busy doing that on Thursday.
Yeah, so Thursday will be a busy day.
Yeah, we'll be busy. Eddie, what are you thinking down there?
I know he's got his eyes open.
He's just relaxing, and yeah, he's been zonked out all day, guys. He's hilarious.
He must have been zonked out upstairs. He wasn't down here with me.
No, he was pretty much zonked up on the pure nirvana.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
He's just
no. This is a really good steak.
It is good, guys. It is good.
You don't understand. This is a good steak.
Sometimes, this is what I actually ordered on my birthday. I like Chinese food. So when we go there, it's a big deal because I don't get Chinese food at home. All right. I get Chinese food if we go to Mansfield. And there's a compromise where I can get Chinese and still get the steak pieces in a meal they call the Chinatown special. So I have it on their menu, but they'll make it for you if you ask. So you get a little bit of, the white sauce with the lobster bits of rice, and then you get the steak bits in a brown sauce with certain other kinds of veggies, and it's really good. And the steak, oh my God, it was wonderful.
It was really good.
It was good. So that's my compromise.
I just try not to get smacked by the waitress when I go down there.
they all know what he wants. They all
and I always do the same thing to him, and
yeah,
she looks at me and says, "What do you want?" And she's already written down what.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, "I'm going to try something different this time. I'll have the New York strip with," and of course I just rattle off, the exact same order I always.
Yeah, Christy, at this point, the contractor is planning to. I think when the weather, shores up a little bit, he probably hoped it would be that way last week.
We need several days of no rain for him to open up the roof.
Yeah,
because they're not just tearing off the shingles; they have to remove the decking. They have to rebuild the rafters.
Yeah, there was like
it's all kinds of ugly up there. So
the roof was like this, and then that big old limb hit it, and now it's kind of like that. So they have to fix this part.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting when they do that. Oh God. Oh my goodness.
Yep, they'll have it all open. If it starts raining, it'll rain in our bedroom.
Yeah, great.
And then they'll have to fix that.
Great. I would rather.
Well, I mean, but that's why the contractor's insured for stuff like that, and they just have to make damn good sure that when the house
before they leave, they cover everything up.
Everything's got to be covered up.
Yeah. So yeah, we're getting ready to fix the roof, Christine. It's just at this point, try to get some weather together. Eventually, if I ever see a dumpster in my yard, I know they're planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just have to stop me from loading the dumpster up with a bunch of stuff we want to get rid of.
That's very tempting.
Yeah.
Because not everything you get out of storage you're going to be able to sell.
Well, I mean, when we started doing this, shortly after we started doing this, we pay a little extra, and we have 3 big garbage cans.
Yeah.
So that comes in handy when we get a storage unit.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost that much more from whoever our was it Waste Management or
I think it's hold on.
Something like that. It's one of those.
Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name.
It's not Waste Management. It's Republic,
it's something else. No, it's not Republic either. Kimball.
Yeah.
Kimball, that's who it is.
So it's not that much more to have the extra garbage cans. And we very rarely ever use all 3, but it's still worth it having them all.
Once it starts getting nice, yeah. Nobody really wants to do when it's cold, go out. Yeah.
Christine says, I'm still finding nails here and there.
Well, God.
Yeah, you got to watch. You can't let them. They shouldn't be too close to the driveway.
No, because that part of the house is kind of a little.
What sucks about owning a Subaru is when you can't just buy one tire. So if one tire goes bad from a nail, You have to buy a whole set. Or if the tires are already new, then you can get away with buying one. But you can't have unmatched tread on a Subaru, otherwise it ruins the transmission. So
well, that was one thing you did this week too. You actually pulled my new Sub out of the garage.
Yeah, you guys saw pictures of her new car since I got the front end on it, right?
I don't think so.
I thought I showed it on either here or on AA.
I don't know.
I think I showed it on AA.
Yeah, but you did. So you actually pulled it out of the drive.
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
You pulled it out of the drive. You pulled it out of the garage Tuesday because you had to pull your car in.
Because I had to pull my car in and I had to change my oil and rotate the tires and all that before I left on my trip. It's dirty. I don't know if you guys want to see her new car. But, I'm going to do it this way because I got things up on there. Hang on. Open. There we go. Hang on.
Here we go.
Share screen. Window. There it is. You guys saw this picture, right? Because I was showing the Tonka. But that's her car.
Yeah.
In my messy garage.
Yeah.
I finally got that because when I got it, none of this stuff. You see where the mouse is? The whole front bumper was gone. The fender was off it. The door was actually technically off of it. And there's some stuff, missing in the back, but it's
yeah, I'm looking forward to driving it.
It's getting there.
Yeah, particularly since the other car tick 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 tick.
Yeah. And here's something cool.
What's cool?
At some point in this car's life, I think they got the lifetime Sirius XM subscription for the radio because it has like full Sirius XM satellite radio in it.
Well, that's cool.
So you'll get. Oh, and you can't see it in the picture. Okay, yeah, you can sort of. Here, I'll bring the picture back up real quick. Oh, hang on. Present. Share screen. Window. This one. Okay. In the picture, do you see back here? You see this tailgate? There's another car sitting back there. That's an Outback, and it's total. I bought it for parts, but when I pulled the radio out of it, it has the lifetime subscription too. So now I've got a radio for an Outback. I should probably sell it. I've got a radio for an Outback that has a lifetime subscription to Sirius XM in it too.
Yeah.
Cool. What I should do is figure out how to put it in my car because I'm paying monthly for mine and it's like $20 a month.
Yeah. No, we had Sirius Radio at the beginning, and then
we didn't.
You get tired of the games, It's like,
yeah,
who needs this hassle?
But I've got it in my car so that I can.
Yeah.
I do a lot of driving.
Right, and you like to stay on the same channels you're going through your little.
Well, that travels. And I don't like.
You like talking.
I really don't have any use for, like the radio stations that we have around here, because they all seem to play the same thing all the time.
Same.
And it seems like you get a little bit more variety on the satellite radio.
Right.
Conky put a big bow on it.
You like classic rock, but there's so much of it, but it's the same 50 songs over and over and over. It's like, okay. That's why I got so many CDs.
Yeah. Well, her car, this new one. See, that's a 17. We had a 17 Forester that I got her new. In I guess like 17.
Your feet are in the way.
I'm trying to stretch my feet. that we got in 2017, and we had it it was a lease. And I normally don't recommend leasing cars, but at the time I was so busy working, and she needed a car, and I knew that we leased her car for like 42 months, and I knew that at the end of the 42 months I would be able to take some time and get her something nice. But I was so busy, it just didn't matter. I didn't care what it cost. It's like, all right, fine. So we leased a car just like that, same color, but it was the base model. It wasn't the touring model. So it's nice to get her like the touring model this time.
I did kind of
She wrecked that one too.
I did. I wrecked it. I'm not gonna lie.
Now they fixed it. It didn't total it. They fixed it. I think it was like $14,000 worth of damage when you wreck. See, here's the funny thing. And it's, I think her car had the same headlights as this one. I'm gonna bring this back up because you guys are gonna get sick of looking at this car. But if you look at her car, you see I don't know, you see how that little round thing here in the headlight. The other one's the same way. I had to this round thing here in the headlight. I had to replace this headlight. That headlight's $2,000 new. I bought that one. That one's I actually technically got a broken headlight, and it was $400 or $500. Because when you turn the steering wheel, the headlights actually look towards the direction that you turn the steering wheel, which is, I don't know. People that have it say it's nice. I don't know.
No, yeah, I was on my way to work. It was in November, on my way to work, and I was in an area where I had to make a left-hand turn, and it was kind of one of those deals. Here's me, and I looked, and I pulled out, and I should have looked again, and the woman smacked into me. I was like walking distance from work. People were driving by me that I worked with. They knew something was up.
Seeing you sitting there on the side of the road.
I was dazed. I was, it was funny because we at this point we all knew we were losing our jobs. We just didn't know exactly when we were losing our jobs. We knew we were losing our jobs. And then the girl, one of the women I worked with, she goes, "Well, no wonder you're coming into here. And it's fruitless because we're all losing our jobs." And I go, "Yeah, I know."
Ryan says you can get serious for $6 a month. Call them and threaten to cancel. Do not accept their first 3 offers. Probably true.
Trouble is they're not Americans that you're talking to. that my experience has been. Oh my goodness! To try to get this woman to understand, I needed to cancel the subscription, and she was doing everything, and I could barely understand her what she was saying, but doing everything not to lose my business. And I want to cancel it. Cancel.
So, Jared, how many 40-footers are you getting? I'm going to start with 2. But what I found out was I looked on the used Connex website, and they used to let you go to the Cleveland depot to pick them up, and they don't do that anymore.
Now we have to go.
So you can still get them from Cleveland Depot, but you got to pay them for delivery.
Oh.
Or you can go to Detroit and pick them up. But I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I still want to get 2 40-foot high cubes to start off with.
Delivery fee?
It's not cheap.
I believe it.
It's pretty expensive. So I don't know. I mean, because they're still for a good used 40-foot high cube, they're I think like just right around $2,500 for each one.
I can only imagine what their faces would see when they realize where they're dumping that off.
No, actually, it's really easy to put it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all they got to do is they got to pull it on my little private drive, go over and back up, dump it down, and then go back out. I mean, it's going to be a real easy delivery for whoever has to do it.
Okay. Janine's like, I do that every year. Well, good for you. I mean, you guys take that tip. If you got Sirius radio threaten to cancel, and maybe you can get this great deal.
Well, for your car, like I said, I think somebody has the what do you call it, the lifetime subscription, or it's just coming out of the guy's checking account or on his credit card. He's just not paying any attention. Yeah, which could be. You know
at the time I canceled, I think it was getting up there. It was like $16, $17 a month.
Well, I'm paying like 20.
Yeah, so yeah.
4, I think. I don't know.
But that'll be fun.
But it's built into it's built into the car. It's got it's not like I've got the extra little add-on things. When we first got it, it was just like a little box that it was crazy. And it had to transmit to the radio, and everyone, like, you drive into a different town and you get like interference from the other radio stations. So it's nice to have the cars where it's just.
I wonder if I could still do that trick that you could, if the car's close enough to a radio in your house, you can get it on a radio in your house if it's on in your.
No, car. Not in the car. No.
Okay.
Because it's built into the car.
No, you like you could turn it on in your car, but it would transmit still. It would get another radio in your house.
Yeah, but that's when they transmitted. Now they don't transmit. It's just built into the. It'd be like trying to put a CD in your car and listen to it in the house.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
you can get them from Cleveland and look at them.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't think they let anybody in their thing anymore.
Hmm.
I've got J.R. Grinnell. I've got your. I still have the email that you sent the Rob somewhere, so I'll have to get a hold of you when it comes time to get the 40-footers.
So there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Once the weather breaks, it'll be a whole different story.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Because I will be on you to get that done, because you're going to want to get that building up and done by the time the end of October rolls around.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We got to put in the floor. I mean, I'll consider it.
Hey, Mr. DeWetty.
I'll consider it a major accomplishment when we get the floor poured, the foundation in and the floor poured. Because once we get that, just putting up the building, we can probably put up the building in a week.
Yeah.
You know, it's all the work is in the cement work.
Yeah.
Because the building's just like a giant erector set, really.
That's why you got to get my car finished. So that's done before you jump into this project, because I won't see my car until whenever.
Well, I've got to get your car finished.
Yeah, I know.
Right now, technically, the car is still in the insurance company's name, because I haven't put the title in my name yet, but I'll take care of that.
Just a lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
But anyway, speaking of, we've been on for
almost
an hour. We're going to go ahead and say goodnight to everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
You guys have a great rest of the weekend and enjoy your week. And we will be back here next Saturday night. Conky Flippin Adventures, 8 o'clock. And who knows what's going to happen?
You never know.
You never know.
We might have a
God bless all.
Good night.